Hello there, and welcome to my world. This is Key, and I am your host. And today's a sunny day, and we will talk about patience. Yeah. Okay, patience. Patience is really good to have, most of all in two situations, and probably many more than that. But I would say the first one is when people are on to you all the time, over and over and over. How patient are you going to be to either listen to them or support them or help them? And when is enough enough? That's the first one. The second situation is to have patience because something isn't developing fast enough, and maybe something is happening and you need to take a step back and think about how to react to the situation. Well, reacting is not really what we want to do. We want to handle the situation in a good way. Because when you react without thinking, when you have no patience whatsoever, everything can blow up in your face. You're familiar with that, aren't you? Well, somebody said to me, "Oh, Key, you're not the right person to talk about patience." Well, I think I am, because I have learned a lot about patience and I have talked to people about patience. So how do we handle patience? Well, if something is happening and you are trying to you feel something, you want to react immediately, you have to take a step back. Always start by taking a step back. That's the first thing to do. Take a step back. And when you're taking the step back, force yourself to think how you're going to handle the situation. That's the main thing. And this is not so hard. If you've done it a couple of times, just try to cool down, take a step back, and think about the situation. It will work out. The other thing, how patient are you going to be when a person is on to you, asking for things over and over and over and over, and in the end you just boom, you blow up? Well, I believe that every person has a different level of how much they can take. And it's not wrong or right to take different levels of it, but I believe that you give a person one or two or three chances to straighten themselves out and to support them and help them. And as long as you see that they are putting in the effort themselves, you can keep on supporting that person, because that's kind of your own reward, where you're helping somebody and they're actually doing something to help themselves. Then you can just be patient and see the development. But if they're not, well, your patience should end somewhere there. There is a third situation too. Actually, if you're a leader and you have staff, how patient are you going to be with somebody that really doesn't do what you hired them for, or really doesn't do their job? You have to be patient during a learning period, and you have to estimate, okay, how long does it take for this person that I hired or this person that worked with this to actually learn and get the grip of things? Because you always have to get the grip of things. When that period is over, the person should be able to do the task. But the main thing here is, if you're leading others and they're learning new things, it's not all about patience, it's also about clear communication. So you will have to be very clear when they are in a learning curve, or they're learning something, that this is the time limit that you have to learn. This is what we can afford to let you be learning. This is long. That date is a deadline. Because if you don't work with deadlines and deliverables, you're going to have a problem with people. So that's when the patience should end in most cases. I don't know what to say so much more about patience, really. I mean, patience in itself is a winning concept as long as people are not using your patience. When somebody is using your patience because you are kind, you let them get away with things, you're waiting and waiting and waiting, then what happens is disrespect. They're not going to respect you. So be patient in a controlled manner and in a certain time. Okay, well, that was all for today about patience. So, see you next time and have a wonderful 2 weeks in the sun, hopefully. Bye!